You're a thief. That's what my father called me, in front of the entire board. Not in private, not with hesitation, with disgust. The room went silent. The same executives who once stood when I walked in now avoided my eyes. 10 years of building that company. Sleepless nights, missed birthdays, sacrificed relationships. And in one meeting, I lost everything. My uncle placed a file on the table. Fake invoices, money transfers, my digital signature. It's all under his authorization, he said calmly. I looked at my father. Papa, this isn't true. He didn't even look at me. I trusted you more than anyone, he said, and you betrayed us. The board voted. Removed as director. Bank accounts frozen. Access revoked. And then the final sentence that shattered me. You are no longer my son. That moment didn't just cost me a company. It erased my identity. I left with one suitcase. The media called it a family fraud scandal. Friends disappeared. Employees whispered. My own brother stayed silent. That hurt the most. I wanted to fight, to expose everything, to scream the truth. But I had no proof. My uncle had planned it perfectly. He was jealous. Everyone knew I was next in line. Investors trusted me. Clients preferred me. So he turned me into the scapegoat. And I walked away humiliated. The next year was brutal. Tiny rented room. No car, no title, no reputation. I even used a different name for freelance work because my own name was poison. There were nights I doubted myself. Maybe I missed something. Maybe I was careless. Maybe I'm not as capable as I thought. Betrayal makes you question your own reflection. But here's the twist. Instead of clearing my name, I decided to build a new one. I studied emerging markets, learned new technology, worked quietly while the world believed I was finished. Pain became discipline. Humiliation became fuel. 3 years later, I launched my own startup. No family money, no connections, just strategy and a silent fire. 2 employees, 1 small office, 0 reputation. But this time, everything was transparent. Every transaction tracked, every decision calculated. No blind trust. And slowly we grew. 1 client became 10. 10 became 50. Investors came. Media noticed. Within 5 years, my company was worth more than my father's business had ever been. While they thought I was destroyed, I was becoming unstoppable. Then the hidden truth exploded. My uncle's aggressive expansion started collapsing. Debt piled up. Audits began. And the fraud trail. It didn't lead to me. It led to him. Forged internal transfers. Manipulated approvals. Deleted oversight records. He hadn't just framed me. He had been stealing for years. And I was the perfect distraction. The same board that voted me out was now under investigation. The same media that shamed me now questioned him. But here's what surprised me. I didn't feel victorious. I felt free. One evening my mother called. Your father wants to see you. When I walked into that house again, it felt smaller. My father looked older, weaker. The man who once disowned me couldn't hold my gaze. I was wrong, he said. 3 words. That's all. I chose pride over my son. My brother finally spoke. Why didn't you fight back? Why didn't you prove it? I looked at him calmly. Because when someone has already decided you're guilty, evidence doesn't matter. Silence filled the room. I didn't leave because I was weak, I continued. I left because I knew my worth didn't need their approval. That was the real power. Not revenge. Not headlines. Peace. They lost the company. They lost reputation. My uncle lost his freedom. But I never lost myself. And that's why I won. I didn't buy back the old business. I didn't humiliate anyone. I built something greater. Because true success isn't about proving people wrong. It's about proving yourself right. Here's the truth nobody tells you. Sometimes people betray you not because you failed, but because you were rising too fast. Sometimes you're removed, not because you're weak, but because you threaten someone's insecurity. Being rejected doesn't reduce your value. Being accused doesn't define your character. Losing everything doesn't mean you are nothing. It means you are being rebuilt. Stronger, sharper, unbreakable. The man who once said, "You are no longer my son," later held my hand and said, "I'm proud of you." But by then, I didn't need to hear it because I had already learned this. Your worth is not decided in a boardroom, not by family, not by society. It's decided by how you rise after humiliation. So let me ask you, if the people you trusted most called you a failure, if you were betrayed and thrown out with nothing, would you collapse or would you build something so powerful that your rejection becomes your foundation? What would you do?